After weeks of tension and uncertainty, President Muhammadu Buhari and governors elected on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC yesterday took steps to save the party and prepare for its 2023 general polls. Some of the decisions taken during a meeting at the Presidential Villa Abuja were zoning of the 2023 presidential ticket of the party to the south, ratifying the March 26 National Convention date as fixed by the Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee (CECPC), and exploring the option of consensus in picking candidates for various positions. These, among others, were the outcome of the meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and 19 APC governors at the Presidential Villa Abuja yesterday. Rising from the meeting, the APC said it had agreed on a zoning formula that would swap offices between the North and the South. By the arrangement, all offices occupied by Northerners in the last 8 years will go to the South and vice versa. In essence, the South will produce the next presidential candidate of the APC since the incumbent is from the North. It also means that the national chairmanship will go to the North since the last occupant, Adams Oshiomhole, is from the South. This is as President Buhari directed the party leadership to explore the option of consensus among other options in the choice of its national chairman, in line with the party's tradition. Briefing the State House correspondents on the outcome of the meeting, Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai said, contrary to the reports in the media of division among APC governors, agreement had been reached on zoning formula. He said, "We have agreed a zoning formula for all the 6 geopolitical zones. Essentially, northern zones will have the position the South have had in the last 8 years and vice versa. It is a very simple, equitable, and fair formula. We will now go back and consult at the zonal levels and look at the positions that are available, and the process of the convention preparation will be started in earnest. So by the grace of God, on the 26th of March, we would have done our national convention." The Kaduna governor also affirmed that APC governors were divided over timing of the national convention, as some were of the belief that there were many issues left unresolved. The governor, who spoke in response to a question, said, "Yes, we were divided. We were divided over the timing of the convention." Okay, there were some governors that felt that we should put off the convention until we resolve issues about congresses in some states. As you know, in some states, these matters are even in court. So some governors held the view that we should wait until all these are resolved. And this is not born out of any agenda or selfishness. It is just a realistic proposition to avoid us violating any laws or putting our party structures or elected candidates in danger. So yes, there were differences in opinion about timing. Some of us are saying the Constitution allows us to have convention even if 3 or 4 states have issues that are unresolved, while others are saying no, let us finish all the reconciliations and we do this convention. After all, there is no time limit for the convention as long as we do it before the time for the primaries. So that was the difference. That is what the media has called divided governors. In a democratic setting, there is no way you can have 22 governors plus the deputy governor of Anambra State agreeing on any issue. We can have differences. But after our meeting of last night to deliberate on the proposal by the National Caretaker Committee and our briefing with Mr. President today, we are all on the same page. We are committed to ensuring that the People's Destruction Party does not come back to power. Speaking earlier, Chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum and Governor of Kebbi State, Atiku Bangudu, said that President Buhari is in favor of consensus to select candidates for the party offices. He said, "On consensus, Mr. President reminded us that we have produced a number of national chairmen by consensus. Baba Akande emerged as the pioneer chairman of the party by consensus. John Odige Oyegu emerged by consensus. Comrade Adams Oshomole emerged by consensus, so he is a believer in consensus as one of the options of producing leadership, and he urged us to explore consensus option so that we can generate the best, while recognizing that many people who have indicated interest are equally competent. But knowing that just one person will occupy the office, the consensus is part of our constitution. He urged us to work towards consensus. And the governors, I have said earlier, have also been working to ensure that as part of equitable arrangement, zoning and consensus are incorporated. We have done that at the lower levels, and even at the national level, it is almost certain that we will achieve it. On the date of the convention, the caretaker committee briefed us yesterday of their meeting and the proposed March 26, 2022. Today, the governors informed Mr. President that we have had the briefing from the caretaker committee and we are supportive of their position. Bangudu explained that even though the planned zonal congresses of the APC is not provided for in the constitution, the law is also not against the process. He said, on proposed zonal congresses not being in the constitution, I think there has been so much debate. Yesterday, Monday, there was a statement to that effect that even the letter that has gone out was withdrawn. So zonal congresses are not explicitly stated in the constitution, particularly how you do zonal congresses. And we have in the past done them with national convention, but nothing again in the constitution stops them from being done outside the national convention. But the final form will be decided given the input we have provided. Asked to confirm the report that the APC governors were divided, Bangudu said, "Are governors divided? Not at all. The 22 governors of the APC are united. We are in total support of Mr. President. We are appreciative of his leadership. We commend him for his leadership. We are appreciative of the sacrifice of the National Caretaker and the Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee. And we thank them for the successes recorded under them. Our party, like I said, is greater and stronger with more members by the day." While also responding to a question, Chairman of the Northern Governors Forum and Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong dismissed fears that the ruling party will collapse at the end of President Buhari's tenure. From the progress report read by our chairman and several reports, we are seeing the tremendous effect the federal government is making. And again, we are already going around commissioning projects here and there in various states. Although you are not specific as to which reason will make us not come back again, there is no doubt, based on what the federal government is doing, there is every hope that this party, this government will move beyond our president. I think that is his effort, and that is what we have been saying, that by the grace of God, this government will move forward beyond his tenure. 18 of the governors that were in attendance at the meeting are those of Yobe, Ekiti, Ebonyi, Jigawa, Cross River, Kaduna, Lagos, Borno, Niger, Gombe, Osun, Kebbi, Nasarawa, Kwara, Kano, Imo, Kogi, Ogun, and Plateau states. The outgoing Deputy Governor of Anambra State was also in attendance. The governors of Ondo, Katsina, and Zamfara states were not present at the briefing. The meeting was also attended by Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF Boss Mustafa, and Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari.